Welcome to Apex, everyone. I'm your host, Zell, and today we've, of course, got sharp news because we wouldn't call it the Apex if it was about dull news, now would we? Anyhow, starting with Dr. Frunkey in our highlighted content. This week, Dr. Frunkey is the lucky guy that got a hold of the Michael Gavko of Gavko Knives production models that he's doing with Massdrop. And I say models because there's going to be several. There's going to be 3 different handle designs and even lefty versions and a few different colors too. At right around $200, guys. A normal Gavko knife. And Mike makes, it seems like he makes a knife a day. I don't think he quite does that, but it's, anyhow, he makes customs down there in Florida and they're freaking awesome. But these are going to be at $200 whenever Mike's normal knives are $700 plus. So if you ever thought you might like one of Michael Gavko's knives, or Michael Gavek's knives of Gavko, probably want to check out that video because, wow, it's a heck of a deal on a Gavko design. And the blog and print world this week was kind of dry, boys and girls. You know, we have from KnifeNews 18 Spyderco models still due to ship in 2018. And I bring this up because there are certain companies that get constantly picked on because they're going to put out 15 knives a year, or 20. I think some company said the other day, or here around Blade Show time, 25 knives a year. Guys, I understand that there's a lot of knives to be getting thrown out there, but whenever we compare some of these newer companies to Spyderco and Kai Industries with ZT and Kershaw, they ain't got nothing on them. Spyderco, it's a light year whenever we only get 20 new ones. So I just thought I'd bring that up, and KnifeNews was kind enough to give me an article to talk about it with. What do you know? And in video, man, we got some stuff here. From our very own Zelrick YouTube channel, we have the We Knife Company and Burr Knives Wasabi. And I had a Wasabi up here, but nope, there it is. It's laying right over here on front of the mouse pad. That is one heck of a big old Warncliffe. And somebody commented that they would like to see a mini version. And I'm going to put that bug in, I hope you're listening, We Knives, in We Knives' ear. A smaller version of this, and whenever I say smaller, I'm talking knock more than an inch off that blade, bring it down to 275 or something like that, and scale it all, make sure the ergos are good, and that would be a knife that would be cool. And I know somebody else said that they didn't think it was a good idea. Well, whatever. Anytime we can scale something and it still comes out cool, I think it's great because a lot of times whenever we have like the Wasabi or, you know, there's all kinds of knives. I mean, no, not really your rat, but okay, the Chimera that's coming up here real soon. They're knives that people are going to want, and there's not a 3-inch version that has some of the same design language. And now before you say, well, they should just shrink all of them for you guys in 3-inch land, you can't. We're going to try with Todd Knife and Tool. Well, we were successful. We've got the Roxy 4 and the Roxy on the way for you guys. And, you know, we got a 2 and approximately 5/8 version and a just shy of 4-inch version that have the same similar ergonomics, look, feel, etc. But there are other knives. Take the Malware, for instance. We have been working on shrinking that down to like 295, and it's a lot harder than you might believe to do that. However, whenever it's possible, I think it's a great thing to do because there are 2 things. One, there's the people in less than 3-inch land, and they want those knives. And those people understand that they're going to have to give the same price as a full-size knife because actually it can be more complicated, more time-consuming to make the smaller knife. It's a kind of the 3.5 to 4-inch knife. is really where it seems that milling everything and running the mill becomes easier and more forgiving. Whenever you get down on those smaller sizes, running the mill gets a little touchy. So there's at least as much expense involved in smaller knives, and these people understand that. And then the second is there's a lot of people that like those smaller knives, whether they live in 3-inch land or not. So, yeah, it is a worthwhile endeavor if you've got something that people like to try to make kind of a mid-sized version and maybe even a very small version. And I would like to see Raphael and we get together and give us a 2.95 Wasabi. Just call it the Wasabi 2.95, you know? That'd be cool. Anyhow, moving on along, we also had what's inside the Wee Knife Company Practic. And, you know, guys, on this one, this was great. I had, and you can't see his comment anymore because he said some off-color things. But guy just chided me for using a screwdriver to get the knife worked apart because of the stop pin. He told me I scratched up the blade. Well, guys, for those of you that don't know, M390 is hardened to approximately 6162 HRC. No standard screwdriver blade on the face of this earth is hardened to that hardness. And here's why. If you took a screwdriver blade and hardened it to that hardness, it would not allow you to torque a stuck screw. You would not be able to twist that screwdriver. You know, you've seen the big long screwdriver and you go to twist on it and you can see where it's turning and twisting. Well, that wouldn't happen. It'd just break at that HRC. So I wasn't scratching anything up, but this guy was serious. I was awful because I might scratch something up. You know, whatever. Be careful with your stuff. Know what you're dealing with. And don't scratch your knives up because, well, you know, it's not a good thing, especially like that when it was brand new. But believe me, guys, it lived just fine. Moving on to Slicey Dicey, we have the Three Rivers Manufacturing Neutron unboxing. And guys, that Neutron is cool. And I need to get that mic deck down here. It's, there we go. That Neutron, it's really cool. It is a, what's the thing called? I've got one laying over there on the desk. Oh man, the slip joint that everybody went crazy about a few weeks ago, it is that knife in a liner lock. And I saw on Three Rivers Manufacturing page that they're going to bring it in a frame lock too. Why is that cool? Well, here's why it's cool. One, they are making thin blades that are super slicey and well ground. And they're doing it at a pretty reasonable cost right here in the United States. And I'm not a person who believes that we ought to be buying everything USA. I am a person that believes that a truly free market where we have a global economy and people aren't treating, you know, slave labor or anything, but the global economy is better for everyone because, well, economics. You know, go back and read up on it and figure it out, and you might come to the same conclusion that I have. Maybe not, but whenever we've got a company in the United States that's putting out such a cool knife at such a great price, that is world economics at work, giving us something that we can buy right here that is just cool, and we can talk to Marianne and everything. They're just great people making great knives, and if you haven't checked them out, you should go watch Slicey's video on it. Then we have the Kershaw Dividend M390 versus the Wee Rectifier. Rectifier already won, guys. But, you know, you may want to go see what Slicey has to say about it because I purposely, that's one of those ones I did not watch because I didn't want to spoil it because I have my own opinions. And I like the Dividend. You give me the Dividend on a good set of bearings and it would probably be my choice. But you put that torsion bar in there and even with the M390, I'm going to take the Rectifier every time. And we also got Slicey's most carried first half of 2018, and I should really do a video like that. What do you think? It'd be kind of boring, but I probably should do it. Of course, you guys might not find it boring. I would, because it'd be the same knives I get pick up, stick in my pocket every day. And Stazza23 has the first impressions of the Tuya DW1-Envy. And we have talked about that knife here on this channel. And once again, I don't know if there are any left. So Dave Warren, it's Warren EDC. Google that up or go check out Stazza's video on that knife, because that knife, there's only 100 of the green ones and 10 of the gray ones. And I'd say the gray ones are already gone. And the green ones maybe too. But it is Dave Warren's first design, and Tuya Knives' first knife, and M390, and it is a cool one. Go check out Stazza's video on that, and then go visit Dave Warren's, or Warren EDC, and see what those things are going for. It was right around 200 bucks last time I saw, and I'm sure Dave will chime in and let you guys know right here on the Apex in the comments. And Cedric and Ada Gear and Outdoors. Cedric's got a new toy, and you guys need to go see what it is. Pretty freaking cool. And he's talking about LC200N in the video I linked this week, which is also pretty cool stuff. And from PivotHeads, taking a 1 minute out of your life, we've got the Bestech Beluga. And you'll have to go over there to see what the score is and why. And like I said, it'll only take a minute of your life. And LuvThemKnives has got a trio this week. First off, he's got the Vouking Samgun. I have not got a hold of that one yet, but the Vouking line is something that I'm toying with from Stedemon Knives. I've got one of their TR04, I can't remember, wherever they put letters and numbers and don't make any sense, I tend to forget. But I've got one of theirs that's kind of a gentlemanly knife, and it's pretty impressive. So go check out, see what LuvThemKnives has to say about this Vouking knife, and I'll try to get a video out sometime soon on that other one that I've got. And he also has the Bestech Goblin slip joint prototype. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want that knife here in the United States, you need to figure out a way to get a hold of Bestech and let them know, because last I heard, they were trying to figure out whether it was even worth it to bring it to the U.S. And let me explain. They can send that knife to Europe and be almost assured of some sales. They send it to the U.S., and we're not slip joint people comparatively, so they want to know before they send a bunch over here, and then they just end up in some stockpile somewhere because cool knife, but no customer wanting a slip joint. So let them know over on their Instagrams, and see if we can get that thing over here, because it is a pretty cool little knife. And Nick Shabazz has gotten a hold of a Chris Reeve large in Cosi. You're going to want to watch that one. He also has a Kaiser Knives mini sheepdog, and he rounds things out with a Spyderco Rhino. That is the Reinhold Rhino, and that's, believe it or not, I don't know if my video's out there on that one yet or not. I've got it recorded. I don't know if I've edited it up and got it out for you guys. But that one was very surprising to me. I did not expect it to be as cool as it is. And, well, anyhow, Nick will tell you about it. And EDC Gear Reviews brings us the Real Steel Poltergeist. Poltergeist. Oh, that's a cool name. Like it. Yep, I like it. You got to go watch that one just because of the name, because, I mean, Poltergeist? Really? And the Birds have a rocket in their IV this week, and you'll just have to go over and see what it is. Blade Banter has the Tuya Knives Sunday night special. And I have a video of that that should have been up yesterday. If it wasn't, Dave, I'm sorry again. That video has caused me more problems than any video since I started doing this. I had some equipment failure. The video was still on the device. It was a mess. I couldn't find it. And then where it was supposed to be backed up, it didn't show up. It was, oh. I finally found it the other night, edited it on my phone so that I could get it out to you guys, and it will be out very soon. Sorry guys, that was a quite the mess. And Shortcut Reviews brings us the HAP 40 Wharncliffe Delica. That Wharncliffe Delica, a lot of you guys are liking that. I saw Frunkey got one, and she's loving it. Just the look isn't right for me, but some of you apparently love it, and that is super cool. And Epic Snuggle Bunny, he's got the Zero Tolerance 0450, and I gotta read this one. 0450 FCDAM. I'm not gonna tell you what it means. You'll have to go see what Epic Snuggle Bunny has to say about it. Anyhow, guys, that's it for this week because Kevin's here to take care of shortening my grass, and it's gonna get really loud in here in just a minute. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check us out on the Apex News every week right here on the Zelrick YouTube channel. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time.